course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Hey, you think those Vice boys get in?
Ну что же, у нас очередное задание. Опять кого-то грохнули. Поедем разбираться. И опять куда-то делось кольцо. Что же это за маньяк такой? Непонятно. Ладно, поедем. Попробуем с этим всем разобраться.
The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
Yeah, I want to make homicide.
Так, а нам куда, сюда, что
You
ли?
got it made if you can get to that desk.
Нет, тут закрыто. Как тут выйти-то? А, вот.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that death.
Так, куда нам ехать? Поехали в ломбард. Ломбард Глобус, новые улики. Выбрать место. Садись, погнали. Присаживайся, присаживайся.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
Да блин.
If you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundskeeper. He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before,
He ran, for God's sake.
and he always maintained he was set up.
Так, ну куда-то сюда направо. Угу, берем. Ну, у нас как всегда. Как говорится, попутное задание. Без него никак. Все равно, что не говори, а здесь как-то, если бы в мафии в первой вот такая вот была бы тема, которая еще до Definitive Edition, мне кажется, она была бы прикольная. Ведь вот это L.A.Noire, она же тоже далеко не свежих годов. Но как-то бы тачки и управление в ней сделаны поинтересней. Ё-моё, что так далеко-то?
This is car 11 King. Go ahead with further.
Мне потом до своего задания ехать сколько? Это здесь, что ли?
Should have iced those folks. You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm not
poke.
riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
О, сейчас еще погоня будет. Что это за запорожец, на котором они поехали?
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. stab you and I'll try to bust his tire.
Фига себе, там деваха отстреливается.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Да стойте уже.
Don't go to sleep on me. Give me
Опа-на.
back in close.
Приехали.
Give it up, LAPD.
Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Roger, 11K. All units, code 4 on the 459 suspects at the Lucas Avenue trolley station.
Ну, а у нас целенькая машина. Поехали. Блин, как нам далеко ехать-то теперь? До этого ломбарда. Ты чё, блин? Так, все, вырубаем спецсигнал, а то мало ли кого вспомним. И нам куда-то сюда.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Ага. Колечки. Опа.
This mark here.
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
А второе?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Угу. Хорошо.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Угу. Так, ломбард, все. Поехали на железнодорожную станцию. Железнодорожное депо, где нашли жертву. Погнали. Ого, тут я удачно
We have a problem.
развернулся.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned the rings.
You figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine. The man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood
Да
Street.
ё-моё. Берем, что делать.
Identify.
Опять на другом конце города. Оу. Кого-то поближе нельзя было туда заслать. Да, блин, где эта вся фигня-то? Охренеть. Я потом замучусь ехать обратно.
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
Так, где-то тут.
God damn it!
Ah,
I
what
said
on you?
cough it up. I'm not gonna say it again.
Say what guy?
That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Give it up, LAPD.
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Блин, попробовал догнать. Где он? А, вот он. Ух ты!
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Готов. Уази готовенького. Он меня стрелял, я ничего не знаю. Погнали. Теперь нам ехать фиг знает куда. Ну, карта здесь, я так понимаю, тоже не маленькая. По-моему, мы приехали, да? Ага.
You boys ready? Follow me.
Не, мы так просто приехали.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
Железнодорожная станция. Ой, ё-моё, начинается.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
В смысле, он лежал на ней? Кто лежал на ней? Ты лежал на ней?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
Hey, nice day, gentlemen.
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Так, обнаружение трупа.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
You just came across the body.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
You found her lipstick. What did you write on her body?
What are you talking about? I didn't write anything.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Угу. Хорошо. Так, сумочка.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Угу. Хорошо. Ай, начинается.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Ну, тут вроде ничего, да? Так, ладно, тут вроде все. Посмотрим, что у нас тут в сумке.
Hey, nice day, gentlemen.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Угу. Хорошо. Так, вот это бар очередной спички.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Хорошо. Ну и сумочка. Письмо.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Так. Обрывок письма какого-то. Кто-то кому-то. Это что? До 31-го, 41-го.
Go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Хорошо. Вроде все. Вроде все. Так, поехали. Что у нас там дальше? Винный магазин Ливана. Почему он не выбирает его? Ага. Ну ладно, поехали туда сначала. Телефон.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
Так, тогда получается места. Винный магазин. Поехали. Поехали. Как отсюда выехать теперь, блин?
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really?
Ух ты!
Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds were in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Ну, немножко замялся. Нам можно, мы детективы. Мы едем на спецоперацию, а вы нам мешаетесь. Расходимся, расходимся, расходимся. Не мешаемся. Куда ты? Я не пойму, что сирену никто не слышит, что ли? Что, не видите, детективы летят. Одни и те же задания каждый раз вам засовывают. И никак мы его поймать не можем. Куда вы, блин? Куда ты меня? Так, где-то здесь. Справа, слева. Тут? Нет. Вот, вот оно. Винный магазин Левайн.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
В смысле, она... А где она тут жила?
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her.
Uh-huh.
An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner.
Метафизика Аристотеля.
Reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Макэфри. Все вроде, да? Да, блин, все, наверное. А, нет.
Rawlings bowling alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When
god. Did Evelyn work in the pictures? A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Так, ладно. Хорошо. А где этот бармен?
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Mm-hmm. МакКефри.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Угу. Как скажешь. Так. Боулинг, роулинга. Поехали в бар съездим. Бар, который посещала жертва. Ай-яй-яй-яй. Садись, погнали. О, нам уже тачку сделали. Отлично. Пока мы ходили, нам уже все отремонтировали. Так, вырубаем сирену. И нам куда-то вот сюда. Вот сюда.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
I want to emphasize at the outset of these hearings that the fact that the Committee on Un-American Activities is investigating alleged...
Так, вот этот что делал, наверное.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Так, криминальное
Do
прошлое.
you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Угу.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
А как же насчет кое-чего?
You look down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Есть. Есть. Вот он. Ну, вот это вот.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Угу. Отлично. Так, что у нас дальше? Боулинг, роулинга. Поехали, съездим туда. Садись, погнали.
Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central Code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Угу. Другое место. Поехали. А куда мы едем? Центральное отделение полиции. Ну ладно, поехали. Наверное, что-то интересное хотят нам сказать. Сколько же здесь всяких мест. И многие уже у нас на карандаше. Твою медь. Здорово, здорово. Ну пойдем. Куда тут? Что тут? Кто тут нас хотел? Внизу. Где внизу? Куда мы все время обычно ходим? Допросная или как она там? Секретная комната.
bad is it? Come on, you could tell me.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Блин.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Так, мне нужен... А, мне телефон нужен, да? Телефон. Вот он, по-моему.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Угу.
Mouthpiece court strips off me at the grand jury.
Так, мы адрес узнали. Нам еще нужно съездить в боулинг. По-моему, да? Боулинг нам надо ехать? Да, надо. Поехали.
Let me pose a question. Depends. What's it got to do with? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away? Depends. On what? On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Далеко ездить-то приходится, конечно. Так, где-то здесь. Где-то здесь. Вот он, боулинг роулинга. Вот он.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Ага. Все, и он уже побежал.
What's the special of the day?
Tiernan! LAPD!
Опять бегать.
There.
Ты какая тачка?
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Блин, прикольная машина.
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
If
this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment. That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Где он есть? Все, он приехал. Это твою дивизию, дверь это. Ты что стоишь?
Hands behind your head.
В смысле, а что он его на двигатель посадил? Прикольно. Так, ну это не наша тачка. Наша, вот. Хотя это поинтереснее. Ну ладно. Поедем. Мы поедем на своей. Отдел транспорта, убийства, нравы, поджоги. Так, нам теперь надо к МакЭфри съездить. Поехали. Да, ё-моё. Уже третье вторичное задание, по сути, получается, за эту серию, за эту миссию. Все время в разных углах. Кстати, по сути, МакЭфри где-то недалеко. Наверное.
Car 11K, go ahead with the further.
Car 11K, citizen reports suspicious activity at 111 South Alameda. Two male GTAs.
Так, что тут?
LAPD, stop what you're doing.
Ah, shit.
Up for some of the rough stuff, are you?
Phelps, leave him be.
Так,
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
быстро. Чувак, ты решил на этой тачке смыться? Блин, лихо же он. Ух ты! Шустрый падла.
Not a care in the world.
Да ну нафиг. Да блин.
You idiot.
Да не может быть такого. Чтобы он на этом газоне от меня ускакал. Давай, давай, давай. По мне не попадите. Выходи, чувачок.
Show me your hands. Frank Morgan?
Yeah. Look, it was Harry's idea to boost the truck full of fishes, not mine. I was in the bar late talking and we...
Save it. You two idiots can say hello to Adrian for me.
Oh, God damn it.
Ой, блин, поехали. У нас свои дела. Пардон. Так, а тут сюда, сюда и в тупик. Ага, отлично. Это прямо и тут налево.
Making a right at the next intersection.
Куда ты бежишь? Ты не видишь, что ли? Бежит. Тут направо. Тут налево. Ну-ка, разбегаемся. Разбегаемся. Так, все. Сирену вырубаем. Мало ли кого спугнем. Где-то он здесь. Так. Какая у нас там квартира-то? Ага. 6-я. Спасибо. Пойдем. Пять, 6 сюда. 7. 8. Не понял. А, 5-6 сюда, ё-моё. Вот она.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Ну, значит, сами зайдем.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Угу, хорошо.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Хорошо. Опа. Понятно, короче. Это письмо от мамы. Так почему оно половина там была, а половина здесь? Ух ты, вопрос. Да ты по уликам-то не топчись. Опа-на. Как его повернуть-то? О.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
Ну, пойдем посмотрим, где этот голубятник.
There's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. There's an oxymoron for you.
Сюда же, правильно? Ага, вот он. А, это этот? Начинается. Ё-моё. Да давай ты быстрее. И где он? Ага. Куда-то сюда. Это здесь. А, вон он. Беги, беги. Быстрее, быстрее. Ну, раз он убегает, значит, явно он замешан в чем-то. Да стой ты уже. Лежать.
You're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you?
Центральный отдел полиции. Поехали.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dahlia?
We have a list of
По
over
факту мы
200
этих двоих
suspects.
взяли.
His name was never on it.
Значит, теперь надо узнать, кто из них.
Rusty, who am I to argue? Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together in a way. I'll hold you to that.
Как тут проехать-то лучше? О! Прям перед самым центром. Столб сбил.
You sure you can make it stick for one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Так, Тернан в первый. Первый. Где у нас первый? Сюда.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail
Вот
that
он.
son of a bitch.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Вот она.
How come this is so hard to believe? A man and a woman getting along, liking each other just as friends.
Are there matters without dirty in this city anymore? We take law and responsibility. How long is this going to take?
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
You going to struggle with something, or can I go back to sleep? That's correct. So now you want me to lie?
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Well, are there any leads?
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
You're going to release me now? I'm no hood. I'm a king. Is that okay?
Вот. Это, наверное.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Are there matters without beauty in this city anymore?
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Угу. Так, а этот у нас где сидит? Во второй? Где вторая-то?
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters off scot-free.
Are you drunk, mister?
Блин, где вторая? Два. Ага, вот он.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll
You
get
ready to
roasted.
answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard. And what do you have that proves I was there?
Так. Вот.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Что-то ты гонишь.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
А у меня есть эти, как они,
I
показания.
don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Да-да-да, вот он. Он уже про тебя сказал.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Вы нас загоняли. Так, а что-то у меня телефон тут. Ну-ка.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective.
Thanks, man.
Опа-на. Отлично. Так, пойдем к этому.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with
You spoken to
one round.
McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
Так, у меня же есть эти.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box. And he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Что-то, по-моему, это не ты.
Wait here.
Пойдем-ка мы к этому наведаемся. Хрена. Что-то мне кажется, что все-таки это он.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Вот.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Вот она. Вот она истина. Блин, замучишься мотать. Вот она.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Отлично. Ты
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm
виновник.
charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Найден улик 17, 12. Похвально. Угу, спасибо.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and Enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions! We only have minutes!
I'm in charge here, Sergeant!
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant!
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant!
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot! You have 10 men left! My orders are to save what's left! Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Так, ну что же. А это уже следующее дело, которое мы будем разбирать в следующей серии. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Не забываем подписываться, ставить лайки, поддерживать канал. Увидимся в следующем детективном расследовании. Всем удачи, всем пока, берегите себя.